Hi, everybody. Welcome. Invisible Lady of Faith.
And her husband.
And today we're going to talk about the Sunday school lesson entitled The Love of God, taken from 1 John chapter 3, verses 1 through 10, for August the 11th, 2024. So we're going to try to connect this lesson for today, and we're going to also try to discuss it from a psychological perspective.
As my wife says, how does that relate to today? Right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's what we're trying to do. Okay. So go ahead.
Okay. So I have picked out or selected 3 points that we can talk about. And the first one that was mentioned in the lesson about sin being lawlessness.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are indifferent or ignorant to what is perceived as right or wrong. So maybe they indulge in questionable behavior to survive, to go in a survival mode, or maybe they're struggling financially, or feel that there's no other way to deal with whatever they're dealing with.
And she was raised in predominantly black
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was always around, integrated. Classrooms looked white, at times. And even though I went to a high school, there was a lot of blacks there. But everything I did in the period I went through, it was integrated. Like, for instance, the sin of this country, the slavery, seemed like they don't want to talk about it. This country doesn't want to talk about it because even in the history book, now they're trying to erase history and trying to rewrite it because they said they don't want the white child feeling uncomfortable in the classroom with the past sins of its ancestors. Everybody has a different perspective. That's my point. They look at life and they say, well, in my world, everything is fine. And, what do you say? Ignorance is bliss, since you don't know nothing about it.
Because, I didn't say that, but I've heard people say that.
Yeah. Okay. But, it's really fun. People that's been isolated that as white, and they finally see a black person, what's funny about it? They're threatened by them. Because when you look at the movies, the theaters, the rapping, and all that other stuff,
all they have is like stereotypes to go by, or what they see on TV, or what someone else told them. So, so they really haven't interacted on a personal level with, anybody else. Or someone of a different race.
We're going to have to recognize those, sheltered little things that we had, and people are afraid to talk to one another. So therefore, sins and things like that, that's going to happen. But it's going to happen out of ignorance, and then when they turn around, like you said, they don't even know that they're having, issues. Then when they finally found out, well, I didn't know. That's not an excuse, because I can tell you one thing is this. I do know this for a fact. I don't care what the color of your skin. You don't like to be lied to. Go. My baby. But anyway, those.
But we don't like to steal ourselves.
Yeah.
If we have the mind to not be that way.
Yeah, and when you say God is love, it doesn't make sense for a creator as awesome as he is. He creates somebody and then turn around and hate it. Why are you going to make something you hate? I don't get that. And then when I sit here and think and say that, because I know God created Satan, but Satan, with free will, he chose to go down that path. So
you know how I feel about that?
What path?
Satan is evilness, and Satan is evil personified, because evil is just a person's behavior.
Yeah, you see the way she phrased that. And I'm a person that love and hate doesn't really have arms and legs.
Right.
It is the behavior.
It's the behavior.
The behavior of a being. So that's why I say God created Satan, but God didn't create evil.
Yeah.
Satan created evil.
Yeah, and this has to do with where our mind is. Like I was saying, how our mind is. How do we perceive things? Do we have self-esteem, or do we lack self-esteem, or do we desire to be liked or accepted?
It's that serious look on your face.
Yes, okay. I try to smile more. Anyway, some people want others to think that they are convinced that they possess a special truth, like making predictions. So I think all this has to do with the person's
want to be accepted,
psychological makeup.
Yeah, but everybody wants to be loved. Everybody
Right.
wants to be respected.
And feel that they belong.
Yeah, they feel that they have value wherever they
Right.
are. They want all those nine warm and fuzzies. But the interesting part about it, we can't go at the consequences of sin. We got to go about it the right way. Because if we don't, people are now that they say, oh, it's fine. I can go be a dictator, or I can be this, or I can be this here. Well, I'm a policeman, so I have the authority and a badge. I can get away with it. But you're not going to get away with it with God. We're gonna bring it back to there every time. You're not going to get away with it, guys, because God is watching each and every one of us, and then put it in a different light.
Each one of us.
Each one of us.
Okay.
In other words, when I say God is love is watching, and when justice comes, it comes, and it's not going to come the way you want it to come. So, therefore, I just thank God for the mindset that I have. I've seen other people that has done wrong by me, and I've gotten so angry, with it, and I wish I can go do something about it. But I'm glad I'm slow to getting angry and retaliation. Sometimes we have to make an intelligent decision and figure out if they're telling us the truth or not. It's just nuts.
We don't even know that.
Yeah, because believe it or not, there's actually out there, I've seen fake food, like plastic rice. As a matter of fact, they came up with something.
Fake cabbage.
And I seen a fake watermelon.
Wow.
I see. This
We're in
is
trouble.
So I don't know what that's all about.
Okay,
But anyway,
because it's getting hot in here.
Okay.
Okay. So we move on to our third point. Is we don't want to just sound like doom and gloom, and we have no hope, and we're hopeless, and we're like caught in our sin, or trapped in our sin, and trapped in unforgiveness, and hold on to grudges, and practice hurting people. We don't want to.
Those things are not healthy.
We don't want to leave you there, but we want to encourage you to have faith and to have gratitude and to be thankful despite our trials and tribulations.
Yes. People, they love to go to church and say, "Get by, sing, praise the Lord." They want to get that on, but
What's wrong with that?
it's nothing wrong with it. But if there's no substance in it, then you don't know where you're going. Now, how about somebody standing on the corner? Oh yeah, I know where San Francisco is. If you go down here, and you do this here, and you do all this and they excited, you'll be there. You say, huh? What? Huh? Yeah, they were excited, they were friendly, but you get on this direction, what you thought you heard, and you end up in New York as opposed to San Francisco,
wow.
then you got a problem.
Wow.
Because then you're going to get mad.
Okay.
So I'm saying singing is good. Praise God. Even get your hooping and hollering on. That's good. But we need to spend more time educating ourselves and getting to know who God is. Sitting here and like for instance right now, this is a good opportunity to state this, because on my behalf, I have to be strong enough where I can just keep going and say what I need to say, because the only thing that I struggle when someone constantly interrupts me and don't let me finish my thoughts. Sometimes being old, sometimes you can't get your thoughts out the way you want.
You claiming that word?
And so therefore, what I'm saying is, when you have love, you have mercy, you have grace,
patience,
and patience, and I'm saying all those are like don't misinterpret what we're trying to present to you. We're just showing you, we're just being transparent to you. No, she's not going to make me sleep on the couch. No, I'm not mad at her or anything like that, because this is what we're trying to say. People need to sit down and have a conversation.
Oh, I can't even say it. I hope we have provoked thought.
Yes.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video.
And add another comment too. Read 1 John 3, 1 through 10. Read it, and you'll see, if you take this and you can see what we're coming from, because sin is sin and righteousness is righteous. So practice what's right, and you know what sins are.
Yeah.
So start with the 10 Commandments and build out from that.
Okay. See you next time.